Hello, cheeky girl. Hello.
Beautiful, aren't you? Yes.
The LGBT community is a lot better off than we were, say, 100 years ago. But that doesn't mean that we're perfect. I want to show through my eyes what it's like being a bisexual person in this day and age, and show just how hard some parts of being bisexual are. And this isn't meant to upset, but I do want to show the reality that sometimes things aren't always perfect. But there is so much beauty within the community that no matter what, you cannot help but flourish.
How did you first discover you were bisexual? Was it a hard experience?
I think I first discovered I was bisexual when I was quite young, like when I was like 12 maybe. But it's like, it was difficult because it's like questioning like social norms, and obviously like most people are raised in a heterosexual sense.
Definitely, yeah.
So it's a bit like, well, is that normal to like the same gender as well as the opposite sex?
I feel like when I feel like I knew when I was younger but wouldn't accept it, like what you're saying, like being raised in a Catholic school, you kind of like push that away, like even normal like heterosexual things you kind of push away, never mind being like gay sort of thing.
Expanding on that, is there any key moment that you remember? Like, because you mentioned about 12, is there some pinnacle moment, or is it a gradual realization?
I think I was talking to a lot of people and I found out they were bi and stuff, and I thought it's really weird that I've just gravitated towards these people and feel like, so then I started questioning myself and whether I actually liked it myself, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think with me, like, I started to kind of click on it 12, but I didn't fully come to terms with it till I was like 17.
Yeah.
And I think coming to uni definitely helped because I was surrounded by other people who were bisexual. So it's like, that was like the full-on moment. But when I was 12, yeah, it's just watching movies
shows and stuff,
shows, just being like,
very, yeah. Like you think you're just in love with like a powerful female character, and then you're like, I don't just love her because she's powerful, I just think she's pretty as well.
It's like realising you are attracted to her as well. It's not just the idea of strong female leads. So.
Exactly, yeah.
How do you feel as a bisexual woman in the LGBTQ plus community?
I think it's a bit hard because when I first came out, I realised a lot of people don't accept bisexuality. They think it's kind of a phase.
Yeah.
And like a stepping stone to just
either being a lesbian or actually finding out you're actually just straight.
Yeah, people think it's just you experimenting and seeing if that is your
I also feel like lesbians don't really accept you as a bisexual because they don't want the risk of it being an experiment per se, and then they're not giving bisexual women and men a chance, like especially when you're gay or lesbian. Like
when I started dating women, it was like a lot of lesbian women didn't want to date like I experienced this quite a few times. A lot of women didn't want to date bisexual women in case it was just experiment or like a phase. Like
Have you ever felt like maybe you made a wrong decision by coming out to someone?
It's hard because I don't think I made the wrong decision to come out. Like, there's people I've came out to and not necessarily regretted it, but I've came out to them and they've reacted in a bad way, which has obviously made you kind of then go a bit back and question if you do want to come out, because obviously when someone reacts to your sexuality badly, it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't.
What should I do?
Because obviously some people are just never going to accept it.
Yeah.
And getting caught, especially bisexuality, it's like people saying the thing of being greedy, or like just thinking it is you just wanting more of an opportunity to date people.
Yeah.
Like the amount of
it's
times
also
I
the
got
stigma
that.
of like you'll cheat more as well because
Yeah.
you apparently you're greedy as well. Like I don't get the stigma around that.
A lot of people think that as well, that being attracted to both genders means you've got like more of an opportunity to cheat, but I think that's just more of a moral thing. Like if you're gonna cheat on someone,
you're gonna cheat on someone, it doesn't matter whether you're gay, straight,
no.
whatever. It's like I feel like sometimes I regret I don't know, coming out, but not at the same time, like because coming out to some people was difficult and they still don't believe, no names mentioned, that I'm bi, and they say it's a phase and everything, and then they just don't bring it up anymore. But then I've got other people like my mum and my dad who just did not care, and friends, so like, you know.
I think coming out at uni was a lot easier because obviously
pretty sure we discovered in the first 2 days that
like when we first met, literally came out to each other within like a half an hour walk with each other, which is weird because I'd had friends I'd knew since I was like 2 that I hadn't came out to yet. So coming out with someone you just met, I was like, oh, a bit weird. But it's always easier, I think, if it's with other people who are part of the community, because you know you're not gonna get shamed or they're gonna react badly to you, so I think that's a lot easier.
On the topic of coming out, do you feel like people's perceptions have changed regarding yourself?
Ooh, I feel like that's a hard one.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if people's perceptions have changed. I think since coming out I've changed a lot because I feel a lot more comfortable with myself. I don't know if other people's I think some of my straight friends act a bit differently around me, but not in a bad way. Just
that you can tell they just act slightly different, sort of thing.
Like slightly a bit off. But
I feel like I got told by one of my cousins that she could tell that I was, and I don't quite understand where she got that from. Actually I do, because of like I dress quite differently to the stereotypical way, and I guess not really, because I feel like I've always been like this, just a little bit less,
like a bit toned down.
I've always been the tomboy or whatever, like always liking like joggers and playing like footy with the lads or basketball and stuff like that, but I never really, you know, took on it much when I was younger.
Don't realise when you're younger.
Yeah,
then
no.
You're like, oh. No, I suppose, I think, like I've changed a lot, but I wouldn't say people's perception, because I think it's the fact that if people know you well enough, it's a bit like coming out shouldn't really change their perspective of you. So I think it's a bit...
On that topic, did you feel like that change was conformed to any kind of certain standard? Do you feel like you had to fit a mould of bisexuality?
I definitely think, because when I came out, it was like the automatic thing of you kind of want to
fit in,
stereotypically fit in with that brand, not brand, but you know what I mean, like just that mould of being bisexual. So I mean, did the typical thing of just cutting all my hair off, so, and shaving my head at one point, but
nose piercings.
Like getting piercings and
times.
Very like not feminine, but like stereotypically bisexual tattoos.
Yeah.
But I do think I did definitely at first like fit to that mould, just because I wanted to be seen. Like as soon as I came out, I was like, I want to come across bisexual, because obviously then it makes it a lot easier to talk to people from the LGBT.
Yeah.
But I definitely do think I changed, but like for the better. Like I think I became more myself. Like I think that was this is how I always wanted to look. But when I thought I was straight, it was a lot harder to dress like this.
Yeah, I think I was always like a weird one in my family. Like thanks family for saying that. But like then dressing stereotypically straight and like doing my makeup and everything, I just wasn't good at it. I wasn't good at normal things like doing my hair or like doing makeup, and I could never put an outfit together that looked nice for me, that I felt comfortable in. And then coming to like uni, I think I've just had like this massive epiphany of like, I can dress how I want, but kind of dress towards people I want to be friends with.
Yeah, like so you can fit in with that group, but still you. It's just just pushing like, yourself towards the right people who you know who are going to support you, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
So a lot more comfortable not wearing skinny jeans anymore anyway.
Skinny jeans.
So thank you for chatting today.
Go. Let's go.
Nothing will keep us together. We can beat them forever and ever. Or we can be heroes just for one.